Dear everyone, I'm sorry that this video is late again. Something happened that messed up my schedule for the past 3 weeks, but I'm working on it, and I think this is going to be the shirt I'm wearing in today's video. I just have to iron it. Getting quite into ironing recently. Anyways, today we are talking about none other than Yobob Burnban, aka Woah Burnham. Guys, I can't play the full song because of copyright. Because you don't want to copy wrong. Boom, gotcha. That was a lie. I was never planning on wearing that shirt today. That's the first thing you need to know. Never trust anyone on the internet. What's up, everyone? My name is Michael. Your name is YouTube. And today, I'm a very large fan of Woah Burnham. Also, every other day, I'm a very big fan of Woah Burnham. But today, I'm going to talk about it through the myopic lens of the Iron Snail. This is a new series thing I'm trying. I think it could be fun. I have to work the kinks out. And I thought, what better way to get kinky than with Woah Burnham? If you don't know who Woah Burnham is, he's a comedian, but more so an entertainer, kind of how not all squares are rectangles, but all rectangles are squares. Woah Burnham is a square. So recently, Woah came out with a special called Inside. It's very, very good, and it's very dramatic and emotional. I'm certainly not trying to detract from that. You should watch it on your own and experience all those emotions, but I wanted to talk about it, and since this channel revolves around clothing, I thought maybe I would try that. So yeah, anyways, we are looking at 5 clothing articles that Woah was wearing in Inside, and after that, I have one bonus one, and then I'm gonna end this by suggesting one thing that I think Woah might like. With that being said, I know the last thing Woah Burnham probably wants is some YouTuber dissecting his fashion and purchase choices, so made you some content. First things first, I just want to get it out of the way because Woah usually is wearing a t-shirt. I just figured we'd cover t-shirts really, really quickly. Basically, throughout the entire special and all of his live shows, Woah is either wearing a gray, white, or black t-shirt with jeans. So, you know, really giving me a lot to work with here. Thank you, Woah. But I think, based off the fact that he wears this $18 Casio that he's worn to a few live shows, I would think he doesn't go crazy with any of his clothing. I think he is either wearing Hanes, Gildan, or Fruit of the Loom t-shirt. If I had to put my money on it based off the collar and sleeve length, I think it's Fruit of the Loom that you can get at Target, because I also think he's wearing a sweater later that we'll talk about. This sweater, that light blue one, I think he got that at Target because I may have had the exact same one, and judging by the fact that it's pilling on the arms, that seems like kind of Target quality. If I was looking to upgrade those shirts, if I wore those Fruit of the Loom shirts and I just saw Inside, so I was deeply affected by it, I would probably go with t-shirts from Taylor Stitch or Nudie Jeans. They're both more expensive, but both companies put an effort towards sustainability. Nudie Jeans especially so. That's why I would say Nudie Jeans, and then Taylor Stitch, a smaller company, is really doing a lot of organic sustainability, reuse, recycled things, but sometimes they jack up prices for that. Either way. Now when it gets really interesting is there is a specific type of button-down shirt that Woah Burnham wears that isn't really popular. You see it more actually on motorcycle jackets, cafe racers. He wears banded collar button-downs. Banded collar is obviously the collar right there. It's a band. That's how they got the name. I first noticed that he wore this on the Hollywood round table discussion, but what's cool also is it seems that Mr. Burnham has a favorite fabric, which is linen. I think the fabric that he wears a lot, especially on this banded collar shirt in the special, is linen because on the close-up you can see the texture of the fabric has a lot of slub, so uneven sized threads and neps, little knots of fabric coming out of it, which usually goes hand in hand with linen or very specialty Japanese woven shuttle loomed cotton shirts and stuff like that, which I don't think Woah was wearing, so that's why I think it's linen. It also wrinkles a lot, which goes hand in hand with linen. Linen's cool for a bunch of different reasons. Obviously, the biggest thing is that it's cool. You could wear a long sleeve linen shirt when it's 90 degrees outside, and you couldn't wear a cotton shirt or something like that because it's super breathable. And also, on top of that, it wicks away moisture and doesn't show liquid as much. It doesn't look sweaty or anything like that. There may be a little bit of a statement that Woah wasn't going to perfectly iron all of his clothes based off the content of the special, but I think it's all linen either way. And maybe he chose linen because it shows wrinkles in a more dramatic sense, so you notice them more dramatically. I don't know. But if you're looking for a linen real quick, there's another shirt I'm going to talk about in 1 second that may be the actual shirt Woah wears because of a funny story, but we'll get into that in a second. Someone's gonna bleed Okay, this shirt, I like this shirt that Bo's wearing here because of the way it drapes. What's interesting is that the shot that we see it at is when Bo first started filming the special, when I believe his mental health was supposed to be a little bit better than the end, and there are no wrinkles in this shirt. And the fabric of the shirt is polyester, so it's very, very wrinkle resistant. Never mind. I looked at this on a better screen. It's linen, so whatever. Next up, very brief, what Bo is wearing here is a coverall. I don't think he's wearing some kind of crazy one. I'm imagining it was just a cheap pickup online for the special itself, but I am going to briefly use it as an excuse to talk about two workwear patterns that I think are good. And I recently bought this shirt based off that workwear pattern. Two patterns I'm talking about are from early Americana workwear, Wabash and Hickory, which both have really cool histories that we're talking about really quick. So both of these patterns are typically made from cotton twill, which is very similar to denim jeans, but they have different patterns, as you can see, and they were advertised differently. I feel like this is when cotton twills were really getting popular, so it took a while for America to kind of nail down the fact that jeans were the basic twill workwear.
How are you feeling?
This is by far my favorite outfit in the entire special, and it's a way that I feel like you typically don't see Bo Burnham dress, but it is this outfit right here. It does not hurt that Bo Burnham is 6'5" and very lanky, so clothes naturally keep their own shape. They don't stick to like any part of his body, they just flow straight down, so they look really nice. That shirt is great. It reminds me of older, like loosely woven, heavily textured cotton button-downs from the 60s and the 70s, except without those giant like 70s collars that got massive in the 60s collars and all that. It just looks great. That to me looks like an actual expensive shirt that Bo has in his wardrobe with like Carozzo nut buttons or something like that. I love nut buttons, by the way. If you ask anybody about me and nut buttons, they're like, oh yeah, hand in hand. Michael and nut buttons, are you kidding? Love them. So the thing is, I can't really identify that shirt perfectly, but if I had to guess, well, I don't know, I can't find it. But there are some similar shirts from Wax London Clothing. These are polo shirts, they're not button downs, but still they have that super heavy texture, loosely woven kind of feel to them. You could also check out Todd Snyder. They have some stuff that it's like terry cloth. It's just kind of a different fabric than what you would normally expect from a button down, which makes them stand out. So Todd Snyder has some good ones, and then so does Taylor Stitch. Again, the Hawthorne specifically, but Taylor Stitch is really good at shirting, so I thought that would be relevant. Anyways, this is the bonus, this is the grand finale. There is a song that Bo performs in this special called How the World Works, and in that song, there is Bo Burnham, and there is also xoxo. And you may be thinking, I'm gonna talk about Bo Burnham's sweatshirt. No, I'm not, because that just looks like a mid-weight cotton crew neck that I know nothing about. I'm gonna talk about the real star of the show, xoxo. This man right here. xoxo, I think I can identify. He is a gold toe fluffy sock, and he is made of 75% combed cotton for softness, 24% nylon for strength and to hold the shape of the sock a little better, and then 1% spandex so you can stretch your feet a little bit and not feel any strain. And funny enough, Gold Toe's website, you can't buy directly from them, you have to go through Amazon, which is very full circle with that special because
Jeffery Bezos.
I love that special. That special made me feel horrible for days. If it's been out for months, then months. When I used to leave the theater after watching a superhero movie like Iron Man or the Avengers, I would be super upset that if something bad happened, the Avengers would have to save me and I wouldn't be able to help them. That's kind of how I feel with Bo Burnham and his special. Anyways, the piece that I would recommend to Bo Burnham, just because on all of his live shows it looks like he wears a pair of jeans, is raw denim. Because I talk about raw denim a lot. I just think he'd like it, especially from Nudie Jeans. Based off the content of his special, like I said, Nudie Jeans basically tracks where all of their products come from. They're super sustainable. I listened to a podcast from one of the co-founders saying that they were convincing all the mills to use organic cotton and stuff like that first. And then you could beat your jeans up, make them look all cool, get them repaired by Nudie for free, and that'd be pretty cool. Not sponsored by Nudie or anyone mentioned in this video. Anyways though, I will see you next week where, I don't know, I'm gonna try and spice it up. I'm feeling a little repetitive in my video content, so we'll see what I can do. Watch it be a denim review.